Morning, friend. Welcome to Adventism number 3, the third candle. Today I've lit the fourth candle, so we're actually talking on the 4th of Advent, where I'm checking in for this week's weekend special of my Yarnchix Vlogmas series. I will edit something this morning so that tonight we can sit together, so maybe you've joined me with a drink. I've just made a coffee. I might have shared how I made it. And I hope you've got a nice drink and something to knit, and that actually today we're sitting together and chatting. Maybe you're here, maybe you're taking this opportunity. I wanted to check in with you as I didn't manage to edit like a Friday clip, and also I was editing the Thursday clip on Friday and uploaded that in the night, and then I kind of thought, why not include some of the footage on Friday. Friday was very busy at the shop, so I didn't actually film at work on Friday, so it's just kind of clipsy stuff from Friday. So we'll start with that, and then it'll be my Saturday, and I thought I'll chat a bit about what 18th of December, the Saturday, last Advent Saturday business was like at our shop. I have just done the worst thing I could have done for my morning. Let me show you. Into the dishwasher, so at least it's not all over the floor. So I have to clean the floor, restart the dishwasher, because I was unloading the dishwasher and making coffee. I'm not sure if that lesson was learned. I did it, but I might do it again.
aber die meisten kriegen hoffentlich auch Impfungen. Ja. Die kriegen eigentlich, wo die übernachten dürfen, hoffentlich auch ihre Impfung.
Yeah, decided to change the camera setup a little bit, for it was slightly wonky and the yellow light from the lamp above was kind of, well, now we have the yellow light of the candles, but yeah, Saturday was a really busy day in the shop. I managed to grab some footage, which I'm like super pleased I did. I muted it because obviously there was chatter in the background and I also wanted to protect people's like identities, so I had to wait till those, you know, to those kind of small gaps in between busy times. On Friday we'd had a couple of groups in, so there were actually queues because we're only allowing, or it's like a person on floor restriction that Berlin Senate has ruled. So for the square meters we have in the front of the shop, we're allowed 8 people in at a time, and I think that's really good because it's manageable. Sometimes people bring partners to the shop, so you know, we quickly have 8 people, and this kind of restriction might make people double think bringing in just like a companion for shopping, because unless you're shopping like wool for them for a project, it really would be easier for people to show up by themselves. So sometimes kids come along, which is, I think, completely fine and good, and pets come along. We've had a couple of dogs recently as well, which is always like such a joy to have that around. So that's obviously always kind of understood as normal and totally acceptable. But I'm talking more about adult companions like partners and siblings and stuff that might not even knit. It was very busy on Friday, that's what I wanted to say, but in the evening we had a bit of quiet time, so my friend and I could actually like kind of check in with each other, work with Nora, who is Kiezgan. She's she's a really good friend, so it's always really nice to work together. And then on Saturday we knew we were going into work before our Christmas gathering. We wanted to gather outside and have this kind of Ruta, our boss, would set up this little kind of Christmas market thing with a stall. We would have had like a little bar, and but it was like today it was really drizzly and wet, and we were gonna swap presents and stand around drinking punch in the cold, which I think would have been really nice on a crystal clear day, like Christmas market style. But it was so drizzly and horrible, and it would have been horrible for her to have to set up outside already. And we quickly kind of changed plans to set up inside. We've got these really big windows you would see in the footage. So we kept some of those open, and we followed 2G+, which is something that all the bars, cinemas and theaters are following, which is 2G. So either you are vaccinated or recovered. So we have that in our team. We're all vaccinated or recovered and vaccinated, like double. And then plus means you either test, wear a mask, or social distance. So one of those 3 things is the plus in 2G+. And we decided to all get tested. So those who didn't work that day would have gone to the test center just before the party. Around 4 we met up, and so they kind of all showed up a bit earlier. There's a test center in the front of our courtyard, which is very practical. And I mean, I tested at work in the morning, which we always do. We do this every day. So we basically, as staff, we do 2G+ anyway. I think it's a really safe environment to come to our shop, because we're making sure 2 people had to cancel, sadly, because of a cold and a recent red warning in the Corona warning application, which is something I had. Then you kind of quarantine afterwards and wait for your PCR test result. PCR tests are for free. If you have this red warning in your app, you just take a screenshot of it, and the kind of state-run test centers give you a free PCR, which is what I had to do like 3 weeks ago. So like mini quarantine and hang out and wait for that result. So yeah, that is the organizational side. Everybody agreed, yeah, let's have it inside. I was really pleased, because after work you kind of feel it in your bones if you've been on your feet all day. Like, we sit sometimes, but most of the time we stand and actually walk around, climb on ladders, that kind of shop assistant work. So come 4 o'clock and you just want a sofa. It's just like, give me all the sofa, give me a poof to put my legs up on. And it was so nice. I took some footage and maybe a photo of our winter market style Christmas party, and it was so fun. We had a little quiz, and there was prezzies, and it was a good mood, and it was a good catch up, and it was a good end of the year party. And I was so lucky. I'm gonna show you what we got yesterday.
Jacqueline recently commented how she thinks it's crazy I'm cycling and filming, but I promise I'm always being safe. Like, this is like a bike path or walking path, people walking their dogs here often, and it's, you know, there's no there is no real traffic apart from dog and walkers. So I feel safe filming here. I know in the snow that wasn't so safe, and when I edited I also felt like, oh my god, this is a bit scary. Okay, I just crossed the road, so I switched off the phone, put it in my pocket. Recently in Jessica's vlog, you should go and check it out, it's mini dog. Being shouted at. Poor little dog. Yeah, Jessica, sorry, Tiny Needles podcast. I absolutely love her Vlogmas. Go check it out, guys. She did these really cool voiceovers touring through her room. So I thought, I'm a bit stuck for time. I'm commuting to work. I'll do a little cycle voiceover, and there you see another crossing, so I'll hide my phone.
So we all, during the quiz, we all won the same prize, which is like a voucher for our shop. So I realized I have hardly spent anything on last year's Christmas voucher. I have to go and find it. So now I've actually got what I always dreamt to have, a big budget for a good project. I'll have to think about what it is, but I have a feeling I know what it is. But it's definitely yarn. But more about that in future podcasts, because I have enough yarn to knit the world warm. Our boss gave us all of this. It's basically a set. Look at this cute set. There are cookie cutters that are 3D printed by actually someone from my Liebeswedding Strick Knit Circle. It's Clara, who is Studio C. She dyes yarns, she makes stitch markers, and she and her partner craft these 3D printed super cool cookie cutters. And we all, like the whole team, got a set of these. I can't wait to actually bake today. I was like, like in German we say, like, jeder Mensch könnte morgen Cookies backen. Like, a person might be baking cookies tomorrow. I was like, maybe. Oh God, I love it. And then, you know, coincidence. Totally, because I think Nora wasn't aware that we were getting these. Nora picked me, like we did a Secret Santa. I showed you just before this part, I showed you how I wrapped up my Secret Santa. And my Secret Santa person who gave me something was Nora. Again, like last year she gave me the most amazing sock tube, and I told her, like, oh God, I'm gonna finish your sock tube already this week. I was like, I can't believe it's Secret Santa and I haven't finished the sock tube socks. And she was kind of like, I didn't notice, but she pulled my name again. We did this kind of online name draw, and she got me this. Cynthia Bakomi Cookies special book. I can't believe it. You probably already saw in my Vlogmas that I baked from her first publication. It's called Backbuch, so baking book, and I bake from that all the time. So I'm a bit of a fan. And look, she's like a Kreuzberg-based baker. She has a deli there. Look. Oh my God! I got a signed copy of a cookies book. I was just like, Nora, you know me so well. And so I was like, obviously, immediately flicking through it and going, oh my God, someone might be baking tomorrow. We had a lot of giggles. And here you go. This is obviously gotta happen. I mean, that's just like match made in heaven. The sugar cookies is like super simple, basic cookie, and then you ice it, and you know, you can add a bit of sparkle. I've got some rainbow sprinkles, so we'll have fun with that. I might not be able to film that, then it'll be in Vlogmas, in tomorrow's Vlogmas, because I want to actually edit this and have it all uploaded at lunchtime so that I don't have to, you know, it takes some time. But yeah, Nora, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so lucky that my friend drew my name. I feel blessed. Because you also gave me one of the mini skeins, and I've already started untangling it. I think this is actually, this is the color show. I need to like protect it from the candlelight and show the daylight. Yes, that's pretty accurate. This is kind of apricot with red sprinkles. Very much like the thing I called Gingerbread Woman. Very much like the sock tube, I think, potentially, that I got last year. I have to ask Nora. This might be from the Advent calendar. Nora crafts, she's, you know, like an indie dyer who sells Advent calendars throughout summer, and she collaborated with Clara who makes the cookie cutters, and Clara made these really cool stitch markers, which I got too. They're part of the wrapping, and I was just like, I can't believe it. They're so cute. They're like rose quartzy colored. These kind of beads with these geometric kind of, very, very pretty. And obviously this has got to happen. I mean, obviously this is going to go into my Advent. It's gonna have to happen. And yeah, so you know, I was getting it out to wind it at work, and then I was like, oh, I want to show her it as a mini skein. So kind of quick check-in also on my habitation row. I finished knitting with the Isaga, and I started yesterday's. Oh god, I never know which one's the front and which one's the back. I've got, so this is the front because I've got a stitch marker on there to show me the front. I'm so easily confused. So this is it. This is the current situation, and hang on, I just dropped it. This is a Pelsult from Denmark, so it's like a woolly, like a grey, sheepy woolly skein. The label is this, Dansk Pelsult. And this was in my Stashvent yesterday, so that is day 18, and I'm actually knitting on day 18 on day 19. That's kind of how it will be now. And as a check-in, because kind Fran, my friend, who's also doing a Vlogmas, so check out Woolen Hearted Vlogmas, she asked me how I will solve it when I run out of yarns, like, because now the rows are obviously much longer, so I might sometimes run out. And I did run out of this Lopi, you might be able to tell here, at this point. So I just changed to the pink at this point already. So it kind of works, you know, you can just change mid-row as well. And here you see the gritty, the yarn over row would be more grey. And then from then on, the yarn over row is pink. You know, this shows. It worked! I was a bit nervous. I was actually checking with all my colleagues. You know, we sell Lopi, so we all have Lopi at home. It's like, anyone got any light grey? Oh, run out, bro. Anyone got any light row Lopi? And to be honest, it was like I didn't have to be nervous. This actually works in the pattern, so I'll carry on doing that. If I run out, I will calculate to kind of run out on a yarn over row, which means I could also stop like 2 rows earlier if I have to, and then be a narrow stripe. So this will happen, and then this will happen, or today's Stashvent, which is neon. It's called Deadite, which is an undercover otter sock yarn. Deadite, love it. Luminous, breaks with all of this, like goes clash right through the middle. But I'm thinking to knit on with this, or use the Pelsult currently, because this is actually quite a small skein compared to this or the Pelsult that I'm currently knitting. So I might use this as a turning point and knit it as like a square throw, because it did say after you've knit about 45% to turn directions. I don't know, do I want to turn directions? Does it mean 45% of the weight of yarn? Because I still have some of this turquoise and some of this red. I have to double check in the pattern, but that's my check-in and my mind going, when do I turn? Do I turn? When do I add this Deadite, this color clash? Will I just continue knitting, and it just becomes a big old thing. Questions over questions. Editing this and adding kind of the last thing probably of me weaving, because that's up next. I'm gonna weave and weave and weave and weave and weave to try and finish this weaving. I've collected some footage this week, so I will add some of that in here as well, just to kind of do like a weaving little spotlight at the very end here of Adventism candle number 3. I wanted to show you some mail I've received, and to be honest, it was like happy kind of mail. I received this. Just look at the stamps already. I mean, aren't they the best? I got mail from Canada. Thank you so much, Lee, for your kind words and this, you know, card and the tea bag. I got like lots of evening teas. I'm really happy. Mint Refresh. I think I'm gonna have that now after my coffee and whilst editing. So, and yeah, I really like this tea brand. So that was really kind of you to send those. But look at what else she sent. God, I dropped the card, sorry, Lee. But look at this. It was wrapped in this blue paper. It's the most gorgeous little crochet star. And I think the paper just gives it like, it's like a heavenly present. I'm so grateful. And I just remember sitting with you as you crocheted those when we had our little knit night. Like the Patreon group meets is kind of for an online knit night once a month, and we had one very early this month, which was great because now I don't feel like I have the capacity to organize it. So it was so lovely to watch you make these, and you showed us all the ones, and I can't believe you made me one. And Lee in her letter said that this core is actually from her Stashvent, like because she took part in the swap, and Lee's a swappee sent her this. So this is like on so many levels. It's like, it makes me so happy for, you know, this world that we've connected over all these miles, all this land, way too much. In between us, we're like friends that get each other, and I appreciate your words and your generosity and your understanding of my week as well. Like, it's like, this was actually the bright star at the end of my week, and we were writing about the kind of having to look at the light, you know, it's like the light at the end of the tunnel. You wait for Sunday, and I really did wait for Sunday this week. Counting our blessings, and yeah, thank you for being here, for sitting with me in so many ways you will sit with me when I do record this, so I'm grateful that I get this chance to play a bit with my video and to, yeah, I don't want to get soppy, but it's kind of, yeah, it makes so much sense to me to know you all and know you beyond this place. I received another letter, which it kind of feels silly not to end on this note. I might end on this note and keep the other letter and all my other crafting, because I don't want this to be like a massive long... I've got 2 more crafts to introduce, so I'm going to just introduce my weaving here and the new craft tomorrow, so you have something to look forward to. It involves stitches in other ways, and I'm excited to show you. I was excited to show you now, but this is getting a bit chatty and long and podcasty, so I'm gonna save that project for the Monday or Tuesday vlog. Probably Tuesday vlog, because Tuesdays I have a little bit more time. So Monday will be bakey, Tuesday will be crafty, and I hope it's the same for you that you have bakey, crafty, and not so stressed days, because 4th of Advent and solstice are here. We've got the 4th candle coming up. I doubt I will edit it on Christmas. It'll probably be more later on, but you know, you're welcome to join me for another one of these longer Adventisms. There's one more coming to wrap this seasonal thing up, and maybe I'll do a little bit more of a home tour, because we're obviously getting our house ready for, you know, periods of time spent at home, so I hope to kind of take you around then. For now, have a good Sunday, like a couple of hours left of this day. See you later, bye!